Hey there, beautiful souls. Are you ready for your general intuitive tarot reading for October? If this is your first time to this channel, hello and welcome. This is Universal Wisdom Tarot. And if you are returning, thanks for joining me once again. As always, please remember that not all messages will resonate for everyone, so take what does and leave the rest for someone else, because these are readings for the collective. If you haven't already, I would ask that you take a second right now to click the subscribe button, which is free for you and is a great way to support the channel. Also, if you are enjoying these videos and want to see more of them, then let YouTube know that by clicking the like button as well. If we take a quick look at the astrology for October, the retrograde motion of Saturn, Neptune, and Uranus might feel like a regression of old stories and people reappearing in your life. But it really isn't. So instead, use this as an opportunity to wrap up the past and take care of any unfinished business. This is particularly important if you are an Aries, Taurus, Gemini, or Pisces, as you will feel it and benefit from it the most. Now, on October 6th, we have a full moon in Aries, which inspires us to channel our inner pioneer and get ready to chase big dreams. When Venus enters Libra on October 13th, our romantic life receives blessings. Dating and friendships will go well for all signs, but if you're Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius in particular, you'll get a charismatic boost. The new moon in Libra on October 21st might bring on a fear that reminds us of a little insecurity we may have thought we'd overcome. But this is an opportunity to truly rise above that challenge and show what we're capable and made of. These lunar vibes might feel particularly intense for Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorns. October 22nd marks the sun's entrance into Scorpio. The season of the witch begins now, and it's set to get spooky in every sense of the word. Over the next 4 weeks, a general sense of mystery might be felt in the air. And finally, on October 28th, the most positive and harmonious aspect of the month occurs when Mars trines Jupiter. Do you feel like taking a risk? The universe says to go for it. Those who act on their desires, especially Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, could find themselves in the right place at the right time. Now, let's see what other messages the universe has for you, so I'll catch you on the flip side of this video. All right, beautiful souls, this is a reading for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign for the month of October. And in honor of the end of October, which is Halloween, I'm going to use my Jack-o'-lantern tarot deck to clarify your cards. And, you know, a lot of people love Halloween. It's a great time of year. It's great for getting out for parties. It is the time of, was known in Celtic and in Gaelic tradition as Samhain or Samhain. Different people pronounce it different ways. Anyway, it was the time when they believed that, first of all, it started on the evening of October 31st and went into November 1st. And it was a celebration, and it was a time of the harvest, and it was the time when they believed that the worlds, the veil between the worlds, between our world, the living, and the other side, was either at its thinnest, or it was a time when the line between those worlds could be blurred, and therefore it was a good time to reach out to the ancestors. So they would reach out to the ancestors on that time, around that time period. So let's see what the ancestors want to tell you, and let's see what the universe wants to tell you for the month of October. So I will give thanks to the angels, spirits, guides, and the universe for the messages they provide, and for assisting me in interpreting the messages for the highest vibrational good of my Gemini seekers. All right, Gemini, let's get into it. Let's do it. Okay. Cards, please, for Gemini for October. You have the Sun card, which is gorgeous. That's a gorgeous way to start your month. Messages, please, for Gemini for the month of October. You have the King of Pentacles. Pull these down a little bit because I hope you can see them. They're not off the screen there. Okay, I think something flipped. 1 second. I just have to check my deck because I feel like something flipped. Sorry, I'm just like a quarter of the way through the deck here. Not really. My fingers are not handling these big cards well today. I don't know why. Okay, is there anything in here that's flipped? Okay, you do have the Knight of Wands, but they're telling me to keep looking because they say there's something else in here. I need to keep looking, keep looking, keep looking. Yeah, you have the Page of Wands. Or sorry, did I say you had the Knight of something? I don't know what I said there. Hold on a second. Let me just keep looking. Okay, you got 2 pages. I don't know what I said. If I said Knight, I didn't mean to say Knight. But you got 2 pages there. So they all kind of came out together. So we're going to put both of them here, which is the Page of Wands and the Page of Swords. Okay, and let's get your last card, please, out for Gemini for the month of October. One more card, please, and thank you. Truly grateful. Okay, you have the 10 of Cups. Wow, that's lovely. Okay, I'll begin this room here. All right. You know, at the bottom of the deck, you have the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is a very busy energy. The Queen of Wands is a mover. It's a shaker, a doer. It's somebody that gets their hands dirty. The Queen of Wands is the overarching energy here, which is the theme of your month. So the theme of your month is telling us that you are definitely ready to get personable with people. You're in a good mood, you're cheerful, you're busy, you're determined, right? And you're determined that you are going to just do things your way. You're going to shine brightly. You're going to lend a helping hand. I will tell you also, the Queen of Wands is because she's a manifester, because the energy is a manifestation energy, that she is lucky, right? That energy is an energy of luck. So I'm going to say to you that I feel like you have an edge in this month, dear Gemini, okay? Whatever that edge might be. I mean, I feel like you're going to have some luck this month because not only is the Queen of Wands very lucky, but you have the Ten of Cups and you have the sun shining down on you. You also have this King of Pentacles. So there is some really, really great cards here on the table, Gemini, for a wonderful month of October for you. Sun is certainly shining down on you. It's bright and positive and beautiful. Now, I feel that all of this positivity, all of this luck, all of this getting busy that you're doing really rests in these two pages. I mean, you have Page of Swords and you have the Page of Wands. Both of these pages are the cards of communication, right? Pages were the ones in, the days of knights and way back when they would carry missives between different camps, right? So you are definitely carrying these missives. You are communicating in this month. And Gemini, I mean, this is you, right? You are a communicator. This is your thing. This is your domain. This is where you feel really best and at your highest there. So I feel like with two pages, not just one of them, two pages, your communication skills are on full display this month, right? You have that Page of Swords, which is kind of like a little bit of an explorer here. I'm going to pull these two cards down here so that you can maybe see them a little bit better. But you have this Page of Wands, you have this Page of Swords. One standing on a stack of books, right, with this graduating cap here. So gaining all the knowledge that he needs and feeling like he's really at the top of his game intellectually. And then you have this Page of Wands here who is very curious, right, and wanting to explore more, wanting to learn more. So I feel like that if you are searching and looking for more and using your knowledge and you're communicating strongly, that I feel like this is going to give you an edge, all right? You're going to have an edge this month as it relates to communications. Now, is that just communication in general with the people around you, your family, your friends, your neighbors, your whoever, the person in the bank who you go to see, whatever it might be? Or it could be that if you are in a work situation, if you have a business, if you are working, have a career, I would say to you that these negotiations that you have, or these meetings that you're having where you're communicating, will give you an edge in those meetings. Okay, so in every meeting that you're going to have, I feel like very strongly that you are going to be able to be at the top of your game. Okay, so let's get into the clarifiers, because we're going to start with the Sun card, right? Sun is the most positive, one of the most positive cards anyway in the tarot, right? It brings happiness. It says success is on the way, triumph is at hand, right? It's also a card of saying you have excellent relationships, right? So you could be having, excellent relationships in your love life. That's one thing. We'll see if that comes out, because you also do have the Ten of Cups there. And you can see on this card here that surely you can see here it's like two people, right? Arm in arm. They're together here, two sea people, if you will. you know, full of emotion, looking off in the distance to that rainbow, that they feel happy together. So there certainly can be for you something that's coming your way in terms of you know, in terms of your, I don't know, in terms of your love life or whatever, right? If you know, want to meet somebody, I feel like there's possibility for that. But I also feel, and potential for love in that month. But I also feel with this Sun card that, and that's why I feel you know, it's excellent relationships. So either those kind of relationships or relationships with your, you know, people at work. Okay, I kind of feel like your coworkers are happy with you this month, if that's your situation. Let's get into clarifying the Sun card, please. Tell me about the Sun card. Let's clarify the Sun. I feel like good health is coming your way for somebody, but also a lot of prosperity. So if you are, your communication skills will bring you, I can't make that stuff up. There's the Queen of Wands again, right? I feel like that your Queen of Wands is, you're shining brightly in this month, okay? And without apology, okay? You are very self-aware. And you are facing whatever it is with courage, and you're getting out there and you're saying, yeah, I'm going to get my hands into this, and I'm going to get my hands into that, and I'm going to manifest this, and I'm going to manifest that. All right. I feel like for some of you, you're negotiating deals. You got the King of Pentacles here, right? You're negotiating deals. You're motivating people. You're motivating your coworkers, perhaps. And I feel like you're taking the lead in some kind of brainstorming that's going on here as well, right? Your communication skills are very, very high, and you're brainstorming ideas, and you're getting, and if you're not working, that's okay. You can still be brainstorming ideas as to things that are going on in your life, because there's the Ace of Swords, right? The Ace of Swords is getting clarity. So it doesn't matter what you're thinking about or what you're planning or what your goals are. Work, no work. Relationships, no relationships. Any area of your life, this can be a pertinent message, which is you have the Ace of Swords. You are getting clarity. You are grabbing this new opportunity, these new thoughts, these new ideas, and you're grabbing it by the sword there, and you are wielding that sword in a way that is beneficial for you, particularly in the sense that you're claiming your personal power. Okay? So you're going to have great clarity of mind toward whatever ideas you're getting. You're going to be quite sharp about it, right? You're going to be quite sharp, and you're taking charge of your life. So for some of you, you will have a mental breakthrough. For some of you, some ideas are going to come into your mind. For some of you, you're going to feel like there's new opportunities here to, you're leading the brainstorming that I said, okay? So you're definitely having some brainstorming sessions, and you're driving them. And I'd say, you know, this is a really great time for that, okay? I feel like, yeah, I just feel like you're coming up with such great ideas. Now, for somebody, I feel like something's going to pop into your mind in terms of your relationship here. I don't know what that means, but we'll get to it when we get to the Ten of Cups, because that's where they're indicating to me. Ten of Cups, it's like I see an arrow pointing toward the Ten of Cups. So you're going to get some kind of idea that is in relation to your, you know, your relationship, if you will. There's the Emperor card. You are definitely in charge here. All right. I just would say that I feel like you're going to have like a win of some type, okay? Because you're driving this. You're driving this to the end of success, whatever that might be, right? The Emperor is a card of achieving your goals. So if you're saying that's really what I want to do, that's what I want to achieve in this month, whatever it is you want to achieve, well, you're going to achieve it, right? you're in a powerful position here to achieve your goals as the Emperor, and you're going to take charge of a situation. Okay, the Emperor is also a leadership card. So again, I feel very strongly about you motivating other people and taking the lead in some kind of negotiations, or you may be giving somebody some advice, okay, who really needs to hear it. All right, so even if it's a friend or a family member, somebody reaches out to you and says, I need your advice, I need your sage sound advice here, and I know you know about this stuff, so could you please give me a few minutes of your time? That's what I'm feeling with this Emperor, because the Emperor too is like it's a figure of authority, and people look to authority sometimes when they need the answers. It's also a bit of a fatherly figure in as a masculine energy. So it's some, we go to our parents when we're looking for advice as well. All right. Now, I do feel like, again, you have this win because you have this King of Pentacles. I feel like there's success to be had there. There's money to be had there. King of Pentacles is the energy of financial success. It's generally the energy of a really good business person. But it's also an energy of dependability, okay? And so somebody can rely upon you, I feel like there is abundance and there is wealth, and something just flew out. Let's just see what that is. Yeah, Magician. You have it in spades here, okay? You have all the ingredients to make this a successful month. You have all the ingredients to make it a successful situation. It's just a question of mixing the things in the right order and putting, having the recipe to put together whatever it is you want to achieve. Now, in real life, what does that mean? That means you need an action plan. So if you have something in mind that you want to achieve that is financially related in this month, I would say to you, make sure you put the action plan in place to say, okay, how do I do this? Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. That's the recipe, right? And you mix the elements that you have already. You have the swords, the page, the pentacles, the cups, and the wands there. This is what the Magician has. He's got all 4. So he waves his wand and he says, as above, so below. Right? He brings down into the material world that which he is trying to manifest. Magician is the one who could turn, he's the alchemist, right? So, he could turn lead into gold, right? That was the, the thinking of alchemy, right? All right, let's continue to clarify the King of Pentacles. Queen of Swords, yeah, getting all of the facts. Okay, now what I love about the Queen of Swords is in most decks, her sword sits above the clouds, right? That means that she has clarity of mind to whatever she's looking toward, and she is looking toward the future. Okay, so if you are looking toward the future, and again, in your resources, your money, your situation, your career, you're trying to build something for the future, the Queen of Swords says, I see it in my sights and I need clarity of mind to achieve it. All right, so it is an element, it's an energy, I want to say, of strength and power, and looking at all the facts before you would make a decision on that. Okay, Queen of Swords is very independent. It's a very independent energy, and sometimes a very no nonsense type of energy. So the approach you could see it's a very logical type of approach here, right? It's not filled with emotions. It says, what does my head tell me? Okay, what do the facts tell me? Combine those two, and you'll take the necessary steps accordingly. Okay, so I feel like I want to say that you know, you're, as I said, your communication skills are on point, your logic is on point this month, so you're heading in the right direction. All right, let's clarify, one more clarifier for the King of Pentacles. You have the Page of Wands again. Okay, so there it is twice. Page of Wands, Page of Wands. Okay. Somebody here is very inspired in a very youthful way. Okay? These pages are, you know, youthful energy. Okay? But the Page of Wands is also, again, a communicator, right? So I feel like as we move into the Page of Wands, into the Page of Wands, and into the Page of Swords, they're pointing again very strongly here. The universe is saying you're just communicating, and you're communicating to like so clearly that, you know, situations, and whatever situations you're communicating in, is that they work easily, they work well, that you get your point across. Okay, you're getting your point across, and it's not like you have to keep repeating yourself and repeating yourself. You just kind of say it, and it goes, and it flows, and it goes out into the universe, and stuff flows back to you easily. Okay, so let's get into the clarifying though now of the two pages, because as I said to you, I'm getting strong feelings here of communication, knowledge, being inspired to communicate. You're carrying those communications back and forth between parties that you know, need to. It's like you're the middle ground there for people, I feel. But I also feel like I just want to say, because this Page of Swords, I'm getting a message of, if you're debating somebody, whatever it is that you might be debating about in this month, you're definitely debating with somebody, and you are I don't want to say necessarily you're winning, because you might not be winning, but if you're making a point, your debate skills are at the most elevated. Okay, so I feel like, you know, you're on the right track. Here, the card that flew out for you earlier was the Three of Cups. So it's saying that you're doing this and you're actually enjoying it a little bit. Okay, so even though you're taking the lead here, and you're the one who's brainstorming, and you're the one that's doing the negotiating, and you're the one that's doing the communicating it, you're doing it for a group of people, because there are three people on this Three of Cups, and it's an enjoyable type of thing. So it's not like you're doing this and you're saying, oh my God, why do I have to do this and nobody else is helping? This reverse. You're actually enjoying leading this negotiating, or this skill, communicating, or, you know, winning in these meetings that you're trying to have and getting your point across. Okay, so I feel like, you know, you're enjoying it because it's like challenging you, and it challenges your ability sometimes to also remain tactful, right? Sometimes when we're communicating and we're trying to get our point across, we can not be as tactful, especially if we're you know, trying to win a negotiation. We have to always remain tactful and try to maintain some peace, but also that you're choosing your words very carefully in this group of people is what I'm feeling. Let's continue to clarify the two pages there. King of Swords. Okay. All right. You have a number of swords on this table. Let's see. You have the Ace of Swords. It's Queen of Wands. Sorry. You have the Ace of Swords. You have this sword. You have this sword. You have this sword. Okay. You have a number of swords on the table, right? Saying that, you know, this is definitely, you're in your mind, and as I said, you are you are an air sign, Gemini, right? The air is a suit. The swords is a suit of the intellect. It's a mental thing, right? And it is your sign, like Gemini, swords is associated with Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, right? So it's definitely, your mind, your intellect, your thoughts, and your communications here. And the King of Swords is just that, right? It's that sharp, observant nature of you, or that's what you're using here to win in the month of October. Let's get one more clarifier for the 2 pages, please. Yeah, 6 of Swords, another sword. Okay, can't make that up. Okay, you definitely having, things are going in the right direction for you as it relates to your communications and to your goals of whatever it is that you want to achieve in this month. All right, remember I said there was something here that is pointing in the direction to the 10 of Cups, that they keep showing me an arrow toward the 10 of Cups. I think what they're trying to indicate here, and the message I'm getting now, is there is also here an element of being able to communicate well in your relationships, okay? And definitely it is divine timing, if you will, for going out with friends and family, or going out with an evening with friends, because, I feel like you're going to be celebrating with people, and maybe it's your office friends because you've signed a deal, or you've negotiated something, or something has been a win, and so your communications result in wanting to go out and celebrate. That's what I'm getting as a message here. And that if you perhaps for some of you, because it is the 10 of Cups, which is sort of like the happily ever after card, if you will, where you're looking off to that rainbow, which is everything is lovely and wonderful, you have this opportunity to maybe, for some of you, I'm not saying this is for everybody, it might be the time for you to actually meet somebody. There's the two of Cups. So 2 of Cups says a new relationship, maybe a new love relationship, maybe a new person who, if you're not interested in love because you're already partnered up, well, I just say that you have the opportunity, for some of you, again, not all of you, but for some of you, if you're already partnered up, it might be time that somebody pops the question. This might be you popping it to them, or them popping it to you, okay? So I do feel like if you really do want to meet somebody, this is your time to put yourself out there, all right? And it's, I do feel it's divine timing for that, going out for people, and that's how you might meet somebody. I do feel like those are very specific words that are necessary when you're talking with somebody and meeting with somebody. And like I said, I do feel like somebody is going to pop the question, and oh boy, yeah, you can't make that up. There's the Lover's card. Okay, so yeah, maybe you will, or they will, or what have you, but certainly taking that relationship to a much deeper level under that 10 of Cups, like that's love, and more love. Like there isn't any more love than that can be asked for than there in that last thing. Oh my God, you can never make this stuff up, people. I have to tell you, 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups under 10 of Cups with the Lovers and the 2 of Cups. I mean, your last week here is so brimming with so much love. It feels so great. All right, Gemini, let's get you an oracle message. Let's see what they want to tell you. What would you like to tell Gemini? What message would you like to give Gemini? Number 43, it says deep knowing. I'm going to just get the book. Give me a second. I'll read to you. Deep Knowing, number 43. I don't know if I've ever seen this card before, if I've ever had it come out in a reading. 43, Deep Knowing. Intuition is the faculty that allows you to enter into a dialogue with Source, the consciousness that you are a part of but cannot see with the naked eye. It's perplexing that people are taught to ignore this natural capacity to navigate their journeys, to access their inner guidance. Know that you have the ability to read between the lines and find all the truth that was missing when the story was told. This deep knowing allows you to open the door to wisdom far greater than what is available in the limitations of human experience. You are given information that may make no sense whatsoever to the logical mind or five senses, but which is 100% correct and true. The trick is to listen and then to act accordingly. You are now invited into the sacred dialogue of deep knowing, so tune in and trust your vibes. They will be right. Ask and you will receive answers from unusual sources. Wow. I think that's a lovely way to end your reading there, my friends. So I'm going to leave it, and I hope there was something in it that resonated. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell if you want to know when I drop my next video. If you are interested in a look ahead for October, November, December, I already posted those videos. It's called a 3-month look ahead, I believe, for the rest of 2025. So if you haven't seen them, take a look at those videos. All right. I'll see you again very soon. Until then, please know I am, as always, wishing you divine light and love.